Okay, yeah, good to be with you guys. Yeah, it's a really good Northwestern team. I think this is a group that Chris and I have obviously went at it quite a bit. His teams and our teams, even dating back to Butler, and I think this is one of his better teams, maybe one of his best teams. They're terrific defensively, one of the best defensive teams we'll play all year. They're playing faster than what they've played in the past, and they've got great speed, but their bread and butter is how physical they are defensively, how good they are defensively. And he and his staff do a terrific job. We coached against each other when he first got the job there, and what he's done with that program is pretty special, and I think it's a model for a lot of programs. He had some early struggles early in his tenure there, but man, he's had some terrific teams here of late, and it'll be a great challenge for us against a really good Northwestern, well-coached team.
What was the disappointment level of what happened on Tuesday night, and what can you take to learn from that heading into tomorrow?
Yeah, I think that's it. You take it as a learning and a growth experience as much as anything. These early games, give Buffalo credit. They played really well. We have to play better, and that's kind of what this early part of the year is about, is taking that experience and learning from it and growing.
What is the expectation level this year? It was kind of in on the ground last year, accomplishing some things,
Yeah.
checking off some boxes.
Yeah.
Where does that expectation level rise here this year in year two?
I think every year you're trying to take that next step, and I think that's what's in front of us. Obviously, we're 3 games in and 2 exhibitions in, so it's so early in the year. But our expectation is to continue to get better. One of the things I was really pleased with last year, we really got better, even though we had some injuries. We got better and played our best basketball at the end of the year in the Big East tournament, finishing with, I think winning 3 out of 4 Big East games and then playing really well in the Big East tournament. So our expectation is that we continue to get better as the year goes on. And we were able to set a foundation last year, and we need to take the next step this year.
In getting guys like Layden and CJ and NJ back, how much are you relying on those guys to kind of lead the way from what you started building last year?
Yeah, you mentioned we have 5 returners, which is a good core to return, and 4 of them are in the starting lineup right now. So when you look at it, we've got 4 of our 5 returners. Nate's the other player, so to be able to have some continuity has been good. But we really, for this team to grow, we really need all of our players, in particular our new additions, to grow with this group, because it's too much on those returners. Those returners have to take another step. I've challenged them all. They've got to grow and be better, and we need our transfers, our additions, our freshmen to continue to come on as well.
One more for me, if I can. What is the standard here, and what do you want from a style standpoint, and what do you want this blueprint to be in terms of your vision of style of play?
Last year we really were able to spread you out, and we shot a lot of threes, and we were able to kind of build our offense around that. We've got a little bit of a different makeup this year, but more than anything, we want to be a team that's really physical and tough-minded, and plays with great pace offensively, and that's probably the biggest challenge for us right now. We've got to get better on that end.
Coach, you mentioned when you played 12 guys the other night that you guys are kind of searching right now. What is it you're looking for from whatever particular group of 5 is on the floor at the moment?
I think consistency on the defensive end, consistency of effort, and then an offensive rhythm. I would expect the rotation to be trimmed a little bit as we move forward. That's too many guys to play. It's hard for guys to get in a rhythm, even though one of them, I think it was really 11 guys that played. But I would expect that to trim down a little bit here as we move forward.
You started Martinelli last year. Just what makes him so difficult to guard on the floor?
Yeah, it's interesting. They had basically 2 first-team All-League guys last year, right? And one of them's in the NBA with the Thunder now, and we knew that when we played him. We said, hey, he's an NBA player. I think Martinelli is as well. He's just got such a unique blend of size and skill and physicality. He's a terrific offensive player. He's got a terrific motor. He's one of the stronger kids we'll play. Highly competitive, good IQ. Chris and the staff do a great job putting him in difficult spots. and his touch, he's grown as a three-point shooter, but his touch, his ability to make shots, floaters, and shots at all different spots is really good. And I think that's what they have fed off the last couple of years is these mismatch challenges that you're faced with when you're defending them is how do you defend guys like that? And he's as much of a mismatch issue as anybody in the country.
Coach, you mentioned needing to see more or better play from the new guys. Just what specifically do you want to see from them?
Well, I think it's all of us. We just have to continue to grow, all of us, players, coaches. I mentioned consistent. We need a better, consistent defensive effort over 40 minutes. We've had some really good stretches of play. You get up a team 30 to 5, and then we were not able to finish that like we need to. And then the first half the other night defensively, and then we just need to get in a better offensive rhythm. So it's across the board early in the year, so you're just challenging the guys that are playing to get better in those areas.
Coach, on to sir.
NJ, the wrist, is he all good?
It's a good question. I think he's feeling it. The timeline's really a couple weeks for him to be able to, I think, get to where he feels 100% again. He's not 100%. I think you saw him fall the other day and favored it. So, I think he's obviously important for us, but I would say it's a few weeks away from being 100%.
So do you expect him to play on Friday?
He will play.
And then obviously you said on Tuesday you guys want to go back and watch a lot of the offensive film specifically. As you guys have now done that as a staff, what are some of the biggest things you noticed about the team's offense on Tuesday?
I think we need to make a few changes, but more than anything, we need to play with better pace and more aggressiveness across the line, and obviously making shots helps that. But we need to be able to play with more pace and more aggressiveness.
And then you also challenged the team to get a little better with rebounding. And I know obviously Aronson, Page, and Newbig, they added been pretty physical so far. So what do you expect from the team against a guy like him on Friday night?
Yeah, he's been really good. I think their transfer additions, they have a good core returning as well, a really good core. But their additions have been really good for them. You look at, they've really blown out every team they've played, and they were without two starters at Iowa State and a really important player in their point guard. So that was a close game, but it's not a realistic field given who they were playing without. So they're a terrific team, and he's been a big part of it. Page has been a big part of it. He's good size, skill, can make threes, block shots, rebounds, plays very physical.
I want to ask about Layden. Last year he kind of took over the ball handling duties. This year, same thing. How do you think he's handled that role this year? Good.
I think his assist turnover's good. We've got to get him playing better in some offensive areas. He will. I think he's got to continue to play make for us. I've been pleased with a lot of the things he's done. He just hasn't had that kind of offensive outburst that I think he will have. But he's done a good job for the most part playmaking. He's a young man he's played the point guard position, but in a lot of ways it's been almost like a combo for most of his early career. And I think he's really growing as a point guard, but that's a work in progress. I've been really proud of kind of some of the steps he's taken dating back to last year, and I think we're going to continue to see him grow.
When we spoke to Brandon on Tuesday night, he said he in particular was very eager to kind of get back into the gym Wednesday, Thursday, and get some more work in before the game. What's the mood been at practice the past few days?
Yeah, good. Yeah, really good. What you'd expect, a team eager to kind of get back in and get to work. I've had long film sessions and kind of what you'd expect from a group. But again, understand now, guys understand this is how long is a college basketball season? I mean, it's a long season. And it is about taking the feedback you get from one game to the next and growing. And the teams that grow through both good moments and tough moments right now are the teams usually you see peak and perform at the right their very best at the right time. So I think that's been the mindset of our group right now.
What have you guys looked at during the film breakdowns?
You're looking at all the defense and offensive things that you need to. You're looking at things like our spacing offensively, our ball movement, all of that defensively. You're looking at all the things, rebounding effort, Didn't think we were very good on the ball defensively the other night. That's been a challenge for us at times. That's usually a challenge for most teams early in the season. We weren't very good on the ball. Positioning off the ball, all those things.
What's it like to just have this, series with Northwestern? How nice is it?
It's great. No, it's great. It's been renewed for a couple years, I believe. It's 2 more years. This is a great series. It's a great series for Chicago. Great series for both schools. You have 2 high major conferences, Big East and Big Ten. And again, a lot of respect for their program. I think Northwestern, what Chris has done, and I don't even know how long it is now. Is it 12 or 13 years?
Yeah, something like that.
And again, I was there early in his tenure where there were some struggles, and man, I had just so much respect for him as a coach. I know his dad, for that program, the coaching staff. It is a great series for DePaul. I think it's a really good series for Northwestern, and I'm glad it's continuing.
What do you want to see from your team offensively in the game against Northwestern tomorrow?
Yeah, we just need to play with aggressiveness. We need to play with pace. We need to be able to get some early scores. We need to be good on the glass and share it.
Anything else for Coach? All right. Thank you,
Okay, guys.
everyone.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for coming. Appreciate it.